Welcome to Soulfire Wisdom with Kate Olson. As an evolving spirit and change adventure navigator, it is Kate's mission to empower and guide you on your path and inspire your truest passions. She will encourage you to share your gifts, speak your truth, and ignite your inner wisdom and purpose. She hopes to do so with a little humor and grace and her own soulfire passion. Kate talks with amazing guests who have embraced the pursuit and are fanning the flames of their own passion, purpose, and soulfire wisdom. Now here's your host, Kate.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Soulfire Wisdom and Totally Awesome, Try Something New and Talk About It Tuesday. So if this is your first time listening, I'm a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, Reiki master, and a life coach, among various other things, including the host of Soulfire Wisdom. So I really like to call myself a change adventure navigator because I love helping people through obstacles and adversity to find their path, purpose, and peace, and hopefully along the way a little bit of soulfire wisdom. So I mentioned that it's totally awesome, try something new and talk about it Tuesday. So what I tried this week is I tried adding collagen to my diet. And collagen peptides are an important, substance in the body that we produce a lot of when we're young, but as we get older, the production declines, and so that's why it's good to add collagen to your diet. It helps with your skin and hair and joints and flexibility and muscle. It helps in forming muscle and energy, and it just does lots of good things within our body. And if we can add absorbable collagen, that's the important part. It does a lot to not only keep us healthier, but to keep us feeling and looking younger. So I've actually been using 2 different collagen supplements to see which one works better, and I've only been using them for a week, and it probably takes about 90 days to actually see how they work. So this is one of those things where I'll be getting back to you later on the results. But as far as I've researched, it seems like it should have some good benefits. And so we have a great show planned for today. My guest is Dr. Anna Margolina. And Anna is a scientist. She grew up in Russia, and she has a PhD in biology. She came to the US about a little more than 20 years ago and went in an entirely different direction. And how I met Anna is we both went to the same life coaching school and learned NLP. We both studied with Dr. Richard Bandler. And so I met her when I returned for a practice class. And so we're friends and colleagues, and I've been watching Anna kind of blossom during the COVID-19 pandemic, both with her business Ageless with Anna and a new business that was brought about by the pandemic, and that's her outdoor hypnotherapy. So I am going to introduce Anna and have her tell us a little bit about that outdoor hypnotherapy and exactly how it works. So,
and feel my feet and just breathe. And to her, it was such a powerful experience that I thought, what if we get a chair, just a portable chair, and do an actual session outdoor? We did it. And she loved it. She again said, Anna, why we kept doing it in the office? To her, it was, she said, I feel the energy. And me too. I feel that I am connecting to this power that I felt just as a child. That I am this witch in the forest. I am doing what I always imagined doing. I feel the magic. So now I'm doing it. And I spent some time going to Thailand and learning about energy. Because I thought, how come I know everything and I still feel all this tension, all this fear? So I thought I need to learn how to communicate with my body. And so today I'm learning to weave the energy into all other tools. So I'm not just doing hypnosis, but I also teach people how to truly move energy and not only imagine it. It's not only imagination. There is energy everywhere. Like now I feel this energy outside. I feel it. But let's imagine that it's all clear. Let's imagine that you feel the earth when it's in joy. Because now the earth is a little bit unstable. It's in pain. And people who are tuned to it, they feel it. But when it will be all over, when we will be able to go outside and put our feet on the floor of the forest and breathe it in this fresh air, we can heal ourselves with this energy.
yes. So I'm in Arizona right now. And in Arizona, the skies are blue. It's clear. The air quality where I am is good. So imagine you're here with me.
Okay, Kate, how about you just put yourself in a state when you can move energy to me. So imagine with every breath you channel this to me. You are just moving yourself out of the way and channeling to me this blue energy of the sky. And I will feel it.
Yes.
Oh, it feels so good.
I wish I could do that for the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, but we all see this is so important. What I explain to people when they go outside and they say, oh, it feels so good outside, the forest is healing. I ask, go inside and check how it feels. When you go inside and they say, oh, wow, no, inside it's yuck. And I tell them, imagine if you could channel this energy. If at any moment you can close your eyes and you can imagine forest, and you become a person who has this energy inside, no matter what's going on outside, all this anger and drama and worry and anxiety, but you feel the power. You see, I'm doing it every time. I feel nervous, I feel tense, and then I ground myself. I say, hey, buddy, what's going on? And I start breathing this energy in. I start connecting to this energy. I start creating space for this tension. And it's so powerful. You can see it. You can feel it.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So is that what clients have been dealing with lately, is how they can, feel happy or feel peace with everything that's going on in our world?
You see, I notice it. People who come to me, they already done lots of inner journey. And they have this quality. They feel energy. They are empaths. And everything that's going on, they carry it like this.
Mm-hmm.
They feel the pain. And we now have people in news and who know how to pour all this pain and anger because it sells. Because people love opening news and seeing the pain and drama, but people who feel it, they're in deep pain because it's all they have thin skin. So I teach them how to channel good energy from the outside. So if you imagine love. Think of how love feels.
Mm-hmm.
What to you, when you think of love, is it a place, a person, a color? Think about energy and imagine it right here. And then just the same way you feel pain, start channeling this energy. Smile into it. Grab this energy with a smile and smile it into your brain. And then from your brain, you can smile it into your heart. And then as you breathe into your heart, you can exhale all the dark energy. It's okay to feel pain. But what people do, they hold it inside. They don't know how to release it.
Mm-hmm.
So an exercise, very good. Feel all this yuck. Feel all this pain. And then just do this. And just imagine just spilling it out. And then again, think about something powerful, like a magnificent tree, vibrant tree. I feel the roots going deep into the forest. Feel your arms like branches, reaching for the energy of sky. And take this energy in, and again, look at all the yak, all the dark energy, and let it out. If you do this, every day, especially before you go to sleep, because people read news and they fill themselves up with the yak, just like we have this smoke. They have the same toxic energy on the inside and they go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
First, they cannot sleep. They toss and turn and they feel pains and aches and they think about all these things, million of thoughts. They cannot sleep. Then they go to sleep and all this energy is going into the unconscious. And they wake up in the morning like this. Oh, life is difficult. They feel heavy. So imagine before going to sleep, you clean. I teach people how to do energy cleansing, how to clean every cell. So every cell is just bright and clean. And then you go to sleep.
Yes. So I had a client who came and told me, with all that is going on in the world, all of this, the pandemic, the fires, the race protests, and everything. How can I be happy? It's all, bad. I can't be happy. And I said, oh, are you doing something to create that? No, but I can't be happy until it stops. I can't be happy. Said, oh, so you can't be happy until you do something about this. And she said, yes, I can't be happy until I do something to change this. I said, oh, well, that's going to take a lot of power. Where are you going to get that power to make things change? And she said, well, I can't, and that's why I can't be happy. What if you just decided to be happy? Then what?
Well, for me, it's like you need energy for everything. You need energy to eat, to sleep, to think. And when we have energies which drain us, when we have energy of anxiety, worry, guilt, it's like if you imagine the pool of energy and all this is just draining it. What can you do? You cannot do anything. You can just drain other people. Because when you are low of energy, you become this vampire. You start, give me energy, give me energy, give me energy. And then you are part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you learned that when you replenish yourself, it's not about being always happy, it's impossible, but be sad. And then
Go back.
let it go, this sadness go, and replenish, like, what is next? Like, I can feel sad, but then what is next? Then I can be in love. I can be in courage. I can be in compassion.
Yes.
and this elevates me.
Yes, we have the ability to choose what our core state is going to be. And
Yes.
we then will feel all of the other emotions. Yes, you're going to feel bad when something bad is happening, but you have the ability to feel other emotions too.
Yes, because when you are drained, you eventually reach a state when you cannot feel. You just like this blah. You cannot feel excited. You cannot even feel sad because you have no energy. But if you replenish good energy, release energy which is toxic, then you can feel big emotion. You can feel very sad. And then you can lift yourself up. So every feeling needs energy. You need to replenish yourself. And when we cannot just think about it, because here you can have thousands of ideas, but it's not where your energy is. So if you imagine going from your brain and moving it down and down and going into your body, into your heart. And then moving and down, down, down. And now it's in your gut. And here you have more power. You can feel bigger emotions. You see, when you are here, you can be very anxious, you have lots of things, but there is no power there. So
Yes.
to have power, go deeper and deeper until you get right here. Then you can have enough power to speak about things, to take actions, to do good. You need
Yes.
your energy.
And it brings up your creativity and your ability to problem solve. Maybe you can't solve the whole problems of the world, but maybe you can solve the problem of keeping smoke out of your house.
Yes. And I imagine if we start with changing our energy and ensuring that we are not stuck in this low energy state, but we actually in flow. We go up and down and flow, then we can start changing people. We can change in bigger area. Because the more power we have, the more we can influence people.
Yes.
If you are inside, if you are suffering, you can be very miserable, but there is no power there. So to build your own power, and then you can have more influence and more influence and more influence.
Yes. So you've been doing a lot of every day you do a little talk on Facebook about what's going on in your life, and you bring in memories from the past and even talks you've had with your son, which I've loved those. It reminds me, some of them, of not the same, but talks that I had with my son when he was growing up. Like, I remember one you said, and that your son remembered something that you had said to him and kind of threw it back at you. And I remembered that with my son, as he was growing up, you say these things, these bits of wisdom, and you think, they don't even hear you. And then you realize that they were listening.
Yes. Yes, that's true. And this is another reason why we need to do our internal process, because I used to be just a terrible parent. I can tell you. As you say, no, I not believe it. But you see, I used to scream at my children because I would get so angry, and this anger would just build up. And I tried to be nice. I tried to push it down because I didn't know how to release it. I just kept pushing it down and trying to be nice, trying to be nice. But then I would, wow. So this is no good. And you constantly try to suppress your emotions and just be nice. It's not good for children, because they learn from us how we deal with our emotions. And when I learned that I can actually release my negative energy, I don't have to kind of try to keep the lid on and sit on it and try not to spill it. I can tell my son, I am getting angry. And then we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, I need to go outside and just shake. Just shake and release the energy. And he now also say, okay, mom, I need to do this.
Yes.
So now we can be more honest. Now he can see that I am a person, I feel emotions, and he learns how I'm doing it.
Yes. And there is no book on how to be a parent. So everybody does go through that learning process. And, our children do learn from both the negative that we learn from and the positive. So
yes, and the more we can be real, it's so important, because when we just try to pretend we like perfect, we don't feel anything, but then we do and we explode, no good. Just the
true.
moment because how I feel, I'm getting tense. I'm feeling this feeling. Okay, what's going on? I need to talk to this feeling. I need to move it. I need to get unstuck, and they can see it. They learn it from me.
Yes. And so, what has been the biggest of all the things that have been happening? Because there's been a lot happening. The biggest, I guess, realization, learning that you've done this year so far?
The biggest one was that I noticed that I still try to kind of please people. I still had a lot of it. I want to be nice. I want to be nice for everybody. And this giant pandemic, all these, incredible events, I started moving back to me. I started really sitting with myself and thinking, who am I? How I can express myself as me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a journey. And recently I had this big, big event. I lost my dog, and I was in grief, and
Yes.
I never was comfortable with it. In the past, I would try to get out of it as soon as possible, get busy, just block it. This time, I decided to sit with it and feel it. Like, what do you want? What can I learn from you? Just looking at it. And I feel that I was following the spirit and going over and sitting there and looking back. And then it dawned on me. I said, it's all about love. I can transform grief into love, because grief, as we talked, it's low energy, it's draining energy. It's important to feel it. But then I asked myself, how long? How long am I going to be in this low energy? And then my dog is a spirit now, and I can communicate to him through love. Because when you are in grief, you don't connect. You are inside, you are in pain. But when you are in love, when you transform this pain into love, then you can connect.
Yes. So one thing I've been asking people lately, because it occurred to me that this whole year for us has been surprise. We've been surprised by everything that's happened. And in all of this, we've had a lot of bad or negative surprises, but some positive surprises as well. And it's led not just you and I, but everybody, I think, to a lot of realizations. And so I've been asking people, what has surprised you most about life so far?
Surprise about life. I think that I learned just to live without any expectations. I learned to live just every day. I like, oh, what's new? What's going on? So it's more being like a child. When instead of trying to plan ahead, like, where do you see yourself, in 5 years?
5 years, okay.
I
Who knows?
have no idea. I don't know. So instead of thinking about a year, people say, oh, it's a horrible year. Why you think year? I am thinking a day, an hour, a moment. And when I think like this, I like, oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. How interesting. So life becomes more in flow, more interesting. Like smoke.
Yes, yes.
Smoke. How
If
interesting.
you think about things moment to moment instead of in a larger sense, it's harder to put those labels on it. Like it's
Oh
been,
yeah.
it's bad because one moment can be good and the other one maybe not so good. But, then the next one comes.
Yeah. And even when I experience something unexpected, like I feel, oh, I'm nervous, it's strange. So instead of saying, oh my God, I'm nervous, it's a catastrophe, it's like, I'm nervous, interesting, why? What's going on? So being curious softens it up. Instead of being hard and tense, you kind of open and say, I'm curious. I have this sensation, I have this emotion, having this thought. Interesting. Let's explore.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that curiosity, that's something we have
Curiosity, yes.
as children. I mean, children, have that. And sometimes we lose it as we go through life, or I don't know if we lose it or we just forget it or what happens, but we don't employ it as much as children do.
Yes, yes. And then we say, oh, it's a horrible year. No, it's just a year with lots of events.
Yes, lots of events.
Very unexpected. And you see, when we get in this state, when we have energy, our immune system is good. Because when we are draining ourselves, our immune system gets down too. So it's not a good plan.
Yeah.
Build your energy. Build your energy and feel your feelings. Feel them as deeply as you want. But then, after you felt it, learned everything from it, get up, fill yourself with new energy, like empty and full. Empty and full. That's the flow.
Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the broadcast for today. Okay, so I have one final question for you, and that would be, if you could leave the audience with one thought from today's show, what would you want that to be?
One thought, I want to show you this. This is a puppet. This
Yes.
is my friend from Thailand. And you can
Uh-huh.
see it moves and it can be happy and sad. And what's inside the puppet is this. What moves it? Without it, it's nothing. So we are moved by our emotions. Everything we feel, everything we do is just like this. We are moved by our emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So take care of this, and this will take care of itself.
Yes. It's very true. We are definitely in control. Well, and sometimes we choose to let our emotions control us rather than controlling.
And it's okay as long as you ask yourself, how long? How long? Like if you want to stay low, how long?
Mm-hmm.
And what is how you can lift yourself up, how you can replenish yourself.
So before we go, I want to ask you to tell the audience how they can get in touch with you if they would like to.
They can actually go to book with Anna had come, and you can have an hour for free. We will talk, we will chat, you will get clear. You see, I'm very picky about clients, and I want to know who you are. So, book with Anna had come.
So what if they want to check you out before they do the book with Anna? Where can they go?
AnnaMargolina.com.
Okay, great.
Easy.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here today on this first live broadcast. I'm afraid
Thank you, Kate. It's such pleasure.
I'm afraid the Facebook part of it didn't work. That was when you saw me, messing with things over here. It was telling me that we needed to go on, and we had to go on by 10 after, and if we didn't, then we'd get deleted. And I was trying to add us, and it just wouldn't go to the right place. So the Facebook didn't work, but I think the YouTube should have worked. So this is this is a learning experience.
Learning experience. Surprise!
Yes. So I want to thank the listeners for being here today. This will be posted normally as a podcast and a YouTube video. And next week, we'll try it again and try to get everything working. We have another great show planned for next week. I'll be talking with Tom Zeeman. And Tom is a researcher and author, and he's written 2 prior books. And his latest book his 3rd book is on relationships. And I actually read and reviewed that book. And it's very good because he's used his own struggles and finally, getting it right, figuring it out so that he can have, a happy, well-connected relationship. And so he's going to talk to us about that process that he went through in writing the book. And we're also going to talk a little bit about the fires, because he's down in Oregon, and he was one of the people that was evacuated by those fires. So, he can give us a little bit of insight. He and his wife and their 10 cats were all evacuated.
Wow.
So be sure to tune in next week, next Tuesday at 3 p.m. And thank you again, Anna.
Thank you. Thank you, Kate.
All right.
Thank you for listening to Soul Fire Wisdom with Kate Olson. We hope you enjoyed the show. If we made you laugh, brightened your day, or sparked a new thought, we have succeeded in our mission. Join us next time when we'll share more secrets and truths and all the magic of transformation that is the journey to Soul Fire Wisdom. Always remember, be fierce in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire.